He had the entire world at his feet and died alone in exile. Napoleon is the greatest tragedy history ever produced. Napoleon Bonaparte wanted the entire world, not a piece of it, not most of it, all of it. And for a remarkable period of time, he nearly had it. Ridley Scott's Napoleon captures that relentless ambition in a way that is both thrilling and deeply unsettling. Because you watch this man conquer nation after nation, and somewhere in the back of your mind, you already know it will never be enough for him. He became emperor. He rewrote the rules of warfare. He had every country in Europe at his feet, and he still kept going. That kind of hunger is fascinating and terrifying. What the film captures beautifully is Napoleon's refusal to accept defeat, even when it had already arrived. After his first exile, he came back. He gathered his army again. He believed, truly believed, he could reclaim everything he had lost. That is either the mark of extraordinary courage or extraordinary delusion. Perhaps both. And then came Waterloo, the final defeat, and this time there was no coming back. He died in exile on the island of St. Helena. The man who had everyone at his feet, generals, kings, entire nations, spent his final years alone, far from everything he had built. Just think about that for a moment. The most powerful man in the world dying in exile. There is no tragedy quite like that. The relationship between Napoleon and Josephine is where the film truly gets under your skin. She was his one great love, and their relationship was everything at once: passionate, complicated, painful, real. The film shows their turbulent dynamic honestly. Josephine had her own relationships, and history suggests Napoleon did too, though the film does not dwell on that. Napoleon loved Josephine completely, but love alone cannot hold an empire together. When she could not give him an heir, he made the most painful decision of his life. He married someone else. When Josephine died, Napoleon was not there with her. He could not be there, and when he heard the news, he was reportedly devastated, a grief he carried quietly for the rest of his life. The man who conquered Europe could not be there for the one person who mattered most. That detail alone broke me a little. Joaquin Phoenix plays Napoleon not as the towering legend of the history books, but as something far more human, insecure, obsessive, strange, and completely gripped by both power and love. It is an unconventional choice that works, and Vanessa Kirby as Josephine is magnetic. She holds every scene she is in with a quiet authority that makes you understand exactly why Napoleon could never let her go. Whatever your feelings about the film's pacing, the battle sequences are impossible to argue with. Austerlitz, Waterloo. Scott stages war the way very few directors can, with scale, chaos, and a clarity that makes you understand exactly what is happening, even in the middle of total madness. These sequences alone are worth watching the film for. Napoleon is not a perfect film, but it definitely deserves more credit than it received. That's it for today. Bye bye.